Okay, hi, this is Chuck, better known as Low Trade. I'm going to do a little video on a stock that I discussed a couple days ago. It's called CPST, and if you recall, the main thing that interested me in this stock is the possibility of a short squeeze. Um, let's see here. Right back here, we had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days right to here. That's the last I evaluated. I said Monday I expected and wanted this thing to retrace a little bit so that the retail people that were playing this could consolidate and get their sentiment straight in their head and then get ready for taking it back up to break resistance. Now, if that process would have happened, okay, I would have felt much more comfortable. Number one reason would be because the shorts weren't panicked at that point. But what happened on Monday was the shorts were panicked at that point when they saw this 140 resistance, okay, being so close with 5 days of run. They felt that we better do something before we get caught. Okay, so instead of retail keeping control and bringing it back down, the shorts jumped in with the gap up and started unloading. And then during the day, because they had 14% short interest, okay, they had the power. They were capable of driving this thing down and selling shares. As you see, the volume increased greatly. So this was the short squeeze starting too soon for my preferences, because the stock was already overextended once you get into the sixth day. Same thing happened on the next day. Look how perfectly that the shorts controlled this thing. And then today they're doing the same thing. Okay, all the volumes are much higher than normal, and the play is completely overextended into the eighth day. Okay, now what I did is I went back and I looked at the short ratio on the stock. And if you look at the short ratio, it's 16 days. Short ratio is basically you figure how many days with the average volume, how many days it would take the shorts to dump the 14% interest. Now, in any short squeeze, 100% of the shorts don't dump, but a large percentage of them try and get out as quickly as possible. So what I think is happening back here is that the short squeeze came on Monday too early and is now driving this thing into way overextended. And due to that fact, I never buy the sixth day of a run because it's just overextended. I think that probably if you're looking at these volumes down here, a good percentage of the weak-handed shorts that we're going to get out are probably getting out now, because we're talking 6 to 8 million shares each of these days when the shorts had complete control, keeping this thing from running crazy. Today, they let it run a little bit, which means that a lot of the shorts that wanted to dump have probably already dumped, and it did get a little out of control. So this is just my evaluation, and I didn't get in it mainly because of the fact that I don't buy a sixth day. And once I did check on Monday what was going on, when I saw the black candle, I knew automatically that the shorts were jumping in before we could get a settling of sentiment by seeing the retrace come in. So this basically is the old adage of all trading: never chase a running stock. And what's occurring, and the reason I'm doing the video is to show you the fact that this black candle and this black candle is just the proof with this volume that the shorts are creating their own short squeeze. Instead of, if it would have retraced a little bit, let retail settle down a little, get their minds evaluated, get their portfolios and their future thoughts evaluated. If they would have let them done that, they wouldn't have had so much power and control over this thing running afterwards. Now that would have been tradable. This, you never know when the 14%, okay, that have weak hands are done. So if you entered here, or you entered here, or you entered here, you never know. Tomorrow might be the dead day. Might be the day that the shorts say, okay, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. But the other guys still want to hold short. This high candle spike, if it stays like this today, would be your signal that the shorts have reached an exhaustion point, and that most of the shorts that wanted to get out are already out. Now tomorrow, if you get the red day, now is when you put the thing back on strong watch, okay? Because then you're going to evaluate the fibs bounce retrace to see if retail back here is still as positive as they were before the shorts started running. And if this thing retraces and bounces it, well, let's see what we got here. We start to run right here, and if it finishes right there today and comes back to $1.40 on the retrace and then takes off again, then that's telling me is that, okay, the shorts that wanted out are out. Retail, who wanted to see this thing settle down and let them think a little bit, okay, is now bringing it down. And if it takes off from that point at 38%, it's going to break top resistance and it's going to keep going. Now, we're basically 3 days back or 3 days ahead in what I expected to happen again. So we're back on watch. Moved it to strong watch, the watch to see what retail does. And if retail overcomes again and beats this, the shorts that didn't already get out, when they break this, those hold strong shorts are now going to get scared and they're going to start dumping. So we still may see another short squeeze on top of this short dump. I guess that's it for now.